what do you want to be known for? Like, what's your identity here?
Yeah, like I see myself being one of your top dogs, man.
I'm going to fly in on the 13th. I'm going to take you to dinner in a Raptors game.
Bro, no way.
I want to be known for a guy that has your back, would take a bullet for you, but would also call you out and challenge you to step up because he believed in me.
It looks to me, bro, like it's a volume issue.
If I entered the week, even at my level, with nothing on the books, I'd be scared too. He needs help, bro. He needs help. It's hard for me to coach him from here. Hey, you guys, welcome to our SCDT Content and Business Day. You're here at our beautiful office in Calgary. You are going to be in for a treat today. We're going to be doing a bunch of different segments for social media, for branding. We're going to be in our business today, moving the needle, building leaders, doing training. So today you are in for a treat. We are wall to wall packed up in the schedule, and you can expect max value out of today. All right. Welcome to my studio.
Hey,
There you go.
mon gars.
Comment ça va?
Oh, bien, et tout?
Ça va super bien. We're doing a mix of French, Spanish.
Yeah, a little bit everything. That's about as far as I can go on those two languages, or the Spanish anyway.
My first question I had for you is, how did you get comfortable talking to people you don't know and prospect them?
It just starts with learning how to have conversations with people. The first step is just having a conversation with people. Not everybody you meet, you need to prospect. I had all this pressure on myself to get that guy's number and get her number and talk to him. So what I started doing, and I still do it today, everywhere I go, I make an effort. I'll talk to the hostess. I'll talk to the manager. I'll talk to the guy selling cell phones in the mall. And you know what? I'm not going to prospect everybody. I'm going to let the conversation come to me. I had to learn how to talk to people. And I started saying things like, "Hey, Claude, how you doing?" "Good." "How long you worked at Rogers for?" Like 8 months. "Cool, man. How's it been going?" "It's been going great." "Yeah, awesome." "Good. Well, hey, looks like you're doing a great job. I just wanted to say, hey, have a great day, man." And I'd walk away. And they would just smile. Be like, "Wow, that was really cool." And then I'd go and I'd pop in, and the manager would walk by the restaurant, and I'd say, "Hey, are you the manager?" "Yeah, I'm the manager." "Hey, listen, I just want to let you know that Sarah, she's doing an unbelievable job. Like, I know how hard it is to wait tables, and I see how busy this place is. She's awesome, right?" Obviously, I'm going to say things that are true about her, or I'll talk to Sarah. So, it's not do or die every time I meet somebody to get their number. I had to get good at exercising my voice and really connecting with people, because what I found, Claude, is that when I put a bunch of pressure on myself to just go and prospect people, I was missing the connection. I didn't connect with them. And not everybody's a fit for our business, right? The second piece of advice there is you have to separate three things. You have to separate, if you are going to prospect somebody, you have to separate the getting their number from booking the appointment and doing the presentation. A lot of people, when they're talking to somebody, they're at the mall or whatever, they meet a manager, they start chatting with that person. I don't care what your business is, right? People are prospecting for their beauty business, they're prospecting for their restaurant, they're prospecting for their sports business, insurance business, mortgage business, real estate business. It's all the same. You should be prospecting. But a lot of people, when they prospect, they try and get the number. They try and get the number and book the meeting at the same time. "Hey, Claude, listen, are you locked into what you're doing? Keep your options open." "I'm open. Why?" "Well, hey, listen, why don't we book a meeting and do a Zoom call, and we can get on a call," and they mesh the getting the number with booking the meeting. But then they also, when they call to book the meeting, they're doing the presentation on the phone. You have to separate the prospect from the booking the meeting from doing the presentation. Those are three separate things. So you go out and about, you talk to everybody, you're friendly, you make everybody feel good, right? If there's one or two people that you have a conversation with that it's like it really hits, then you lean over and go, "Hey, man, are you locked into this? Or keep your options open?" And you feel good about that conversation because you've already had 5 or 6 other just random encounters. You actually had a genuine connection. You get the number. "Yeah, man, I'm open. What is it? Listen, I don't have a lot of time. I run a financial education business. Now it's not the time. When's the best time to reach out to you?" I'm off at 6. If I call you at 6, will you pick up? Okay, good. I'm a busy guy. Make sure you call me back. Yeah. And then you call him back at 6 and you say, listen, man, I can't promise you anything, but my firm's expanding. I'd love to get on a Zoom call, show you what it's about. He might ask you a couple of questions. Yeah, what is it? What's the industry? But I'm not going to give him the full presentation on the phone. I'm giving him an opportunity. So I'm in charge, not him. Well, what is it? Listen, I know you got a lot of questions, right? You seem like a sharp kid. I'm not even sure if you'd be a fit. Let's get together tomorrow at 8 and I'll let you know what it's, I'll show you what it's all about.
What habits have you found have helped you be more productive?
The number one habit that made Steve Holbrook who he is today was strict hours of operation framework. I created a box that I knew that if I operated within that box, I showed up on time and I did what I needed to do, I believed that I was going to make it. I think, I was talking to an associate yesterday in the hierarchy and, they're struggling with their mindset. And I asked them, what's your hours of operation? And the answer was, well, I don't have any. I says, okay, well, what do the last 4 days look like? Well, I just took a mental reset. I said, you took a mental reset. You took 4 days off the business. It's Tuesday. It's 5 p.m. at night. You haven't done the business. You have no structure, right? You're doing the business when you feel like it. I said, that's a guaranteed recipe for failure. So the number one habit for me was night before, pre-plan my day. And that pre-planning included when I was going to get up, because remember, confidence comes from keeping the promises to yourself. So I go to bed, and I still do this to this day, Audrey. I go to bed and I go, okay, I'm going to get up at this time. Am I going to work out? Yes or no? I decide the night before. And here's what time I'm going to be at the office. Okay, for you, if you work from home, here's what time I'm going to be in my office, dressed to impress, on the phones. And if I could do those 3 things every single day, then as long as when I got to the office, I had a power list of 3 to 5 things I did every day once I got there, I knew that I could win. That was really the first thing. And the second thing that comes to mind is I kept it simple. Audrey, my main focus was my new appointments per week. So my business plan, my first year, I had a white sheet of paper, just like this, and I wrote 11 lines on it. And my head would not hit the pillow Sunday night until I had 11 appointments booked. Because I knew if I had 11 appointments booked that 3 would probably reschedule and I'd be on at least 7 or 8. And I knew that my mentor always told me 6 to 8 appointments a week was $100,000 a year as a marketing director. So what happened? I didn't believe him. I did not believe him, but I did it anyway. And after my 13th month in business, I had my 6-figure ring, and I attribute it to creating strong morning habits, that framework, and making sure every week I was on my 8 appointments. And then from that, I was bad at closing and then I got good. My phone calls weren't great, but they had to get better because I had to fill my schedule. My mindset wasn't sharp, but it developed over time. So all those things came, but I had to create those couple things in the beginning.
Advice to a young entrepreneur at 25 building a huge team in WFG.
The thing I would tell you is it's not going to be easy. We don't understand at the beginning the personal growth journey that we're going to have to endure to become that person to lead that big team. I can sit here and say, oh, it's 15 meetings a week. Okay, I can compartmentalize that. It's 50 phone calls. Yeah, I can compartmentalize that. You got to show up at 8 a.m. Yeah, I can check that box off. But there's so much to it. The mental side of the game. This is 80% mental, right? 20% physical. This is a mental game. This is about you becoming a new version of you. Remember the first time you and I met on Zoom? How emotional you were, where you were at, and to see where you are today. There's nothing that I could have done, bro, to explain to you what that journey was going to feel like. You had to go through that. The most challenging part of your journey is going to be on the mental side. It's going to be becoming that version of yourself. And the way you do that is you get around people you get a mentor and you get in the environment. That's the hardest part because you're going to have great months in business. You're going to have crappy months in business. You're going to feel like you're on top of the world and you're going to feel like quitting. All those emotions are going to be happening. And it doesn't matter how good your phone call script is. It doesn't matter how early you showed up that day. Things are going to happen in your business. And it's the mental side of the game. I'm excited to see where you are going to be as a man at 30 years old. Not as an entrepreneur, but as a human being. Your emotional control, your emotional intelligence, your self-awareness, all those things that you're experiencing every day, right? Again, goes back to your last question. At 30 years old, you're not going to recognize yourself.
I'm going to order shawarmas.
Okay. Yep.
Shawarmas?
Yep. Beef. Actually, no. Small beef. Actually, don't order me one. I'm on a diet. I'm not allowed. Is that homemade?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Doesn't bother me. But
Oh. Yeah. Those look good.
I'm not doing sugar.
No, I'm not doing sugar.
Not good for your health.
All right, I'm just kidding. No.
No monsters.
Oh my God.
I wish I could take
That's amazing. How you guys doing? You know, one of the big things that I wanted to do this year moving forward is, you know, spend a lot more time with kind of the next wave of SMDs and six-figure earners, right? I've been at this game 18 years and man, I love this game. And I love watching people transform their business and life. And, you know, this is a business where you go from like plateau to plateau, right? Valley to valley. It's not always peak to peak. It's a lot of valley to valley. And I thought, you know what, let's get 5 of the next, in my opinion, MVPs.
So how have you shifted to up that game with relieving that sense of urgency that folks have?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. I think that, yeah, I agree. I think people are more unsettled and there's a lot more stress and anxiety out there. But which is good, which is I don't like to use the word good, but it's a positive for our industry, specifically our company and our team, because we solve the crisis two ways. We solve it with proper financial education that everybody deserves, and then we solve it for the right person. We teach them how to get a license and increase their cash flow. So we solve the education crisis and we solve the cash flow crisis. So again, that's why we're the greatest business in North America today, because we can solve it two ways. But I will say that with all that stuff going on, people are also more beaten up. They feel like they've been let down. They feel like they've been lied to. They feel like some of them been cheated on. They've been disposed. There's no loyalty anymore at the workplace. They've been thrown aside. Some people on their second, third marriage because of financial stress. So I find that people are guarded too, and they're still skeptical. They want to find the thing, but they're skeptical of that thing because they were promised so many things in their life. They were promised faithfulness. They were promised, 30-year job, and just to get an email saying that they've been laid off. So, and you have to forgive people for that. So you really have to know where they're coming from. People have been just beaten down. So I don't blame people when they're skeptical. I don't get upset when people have some questions. I come from a place of understanding. How has it changed my approach? It's just really, what it's really done, Maritza, it's really helped me expand my vision, right? My 5,000 license vision really came out of COVID. And that's for me where I started to think bigger than ever. And I thought, man, you know what we need? We need a team of 5,000 licensed agents. You know what kind of team we need? We need an inclusive team. We need a team of all people. So then it changed for me is I had to reevaluate kind of a leader I wanted to be.
Just to tip off of the one you just did, we all have challenges, we all agree. What are some mental strategies that you implement to move forward and stay focused on your vision?
Ooh, that's so good. You have 3 kids, right? Yeah. It's like 1 kid, 1 problem. 2 kids, 2 problems. 3 kids, 3 problems. Husband, 4. Yeah. Dog, 5. So as life gets bigger, we have more challenges. When you're an associate in business, you can handle associate problems. This is an associate problem. You're learning to deal with like somebody quitting and not following through. I had 3 teammates and only 1 showed up. That's associate capacity, right? If all of a sudden you're an associate and I saddled you with the challenge of having an SMD quit on you, you'd have a heart attack. You'd be in your bathtub, like sucking your thumb, like cradling yourself to sleep. You have to put a warm blanket on you. But then you become a marketing director and your capacity increases and you can deal with different sets of problems. The challenge is, you guys, is you have to start to increase your capacity to deal with problems. And one big way I do it is I compartmentalize my emotions. So what I do is I schedule time to deal with my issues. So for example, and again, it's easier said than done, But I can't, what I used to do, Shan, is I used to be like, if I had 3-4 stressful things going on, I used to worry about them all at the same time for the entire day. And I would be mentally exhausted. So what I do is I'm aware of them and I'll deal with them in the moment, but unless it's like imminent and I have to deal with it right this second, what I'll do is I'll schedule a couple hours at the end of the day, I'll move a couple meetings, and I'll, like from 6 to 8, I'm in that issue. I'm dealing with it. I'm calling the lawyers, I'm calling my wife, or I'm calling the school, I'm dealing with that. You really have to be able to put your issues in a bucket and temporarily suspend them, or else you'll operate like everybody else. Here's how the middle class mindset operates. They'll win as long as nothing is going wrong in their life. Like when nothing's going wrong, they're winning. They win all the contests, they're showing up, they're making money, but then there's the people that it's like, well, my husband's sick. Okay, well, that's terrible. And then it's like, my kid has some stuff going on at school. Okay, good. What else? Well, there's stuff in my job. Okay, and then you start to realize it's always something. You have to win anyway. The answer is you got to win anyway. Like shit's gonna happen. You have to win anyway. So unless it's like major, like my kid is diagnosed and he's in the hospital getting chemo. That's a major thing. We're not talking about. But other than that, it's like this to me was the goose that was going to lay the golden eggs. And people don't protect the goose. My priority is obviously to my family and my business. If my business isn't running, I can't be effective in my family. This is my goose. So this is going on, this is going on, this is going on, this is going on. Steve, do you hear about that? This is happening. Steve, your client wants to withdraw. Okay. 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 Let's meet at 4 to discuss it. I got a meeting I have to hop into. And then boom, you're in a recruiting interview, you're selling the dream, how great this business is. So to me, it's a couple things there to unpack. It's learning to increase your capacity to deal with bigger problems.
How often are you taking inventory on the things that do need to be addressed? Like what are you doing on a daily or weekly basis? Because there's always going to be blind spots. So what are you doing, more or less personally or within your leadership crew? How often are you guys taking inventory of things that need to be addressed, and how are you actually getting to that point of noticing them?
You have to separate your emotion from the numbers. There's no room for emotions in running a business system. The system is the system. I did 20 meetings, I didn't gather info on any of them. There's a hole there. You should gather info on 62.5% of the time. So every 10 meetings you do, you should gather info 6 times. Every 20 appointments, you should gather 13 times. If you do 20 meetings, you need to gather info 8 times. Let's look at the times you didn't. Oh, husband with no wife. 18-year-old lives at home in his mom's basement. Okay, so out of the 20 we did, really I put myself in a position of 15 of them to win. Out of 15, I gathered 10. My info gatherers are tight. I don't have an info gather hole, I have a quality of market hole. Or I went on 20 qualified appointments, I gathered info 4 times. You have an info gather problem. You're soft on the info gather. You lack confidence, you're weak. Or I gathered info 15 out of 20, I didn't close anything. That's because you gather info the wrong way. You're not pre-closing, you're not setting up the carryback, and your carryback is off. There's the hole. So those are the exercises I'm going through at the end of every month. Cool? Okay, guys. Thank you, guys. Thanks for coming in. Okay. Awesome. Thanks, guys. That was awesome. Heck yeah. You guys are awesome questions. Good to see you, bro. Yeah. That was fun, man. That was so good. I do 2 coffees. One when I get up, go to the gym, and one between 10 and noon. And that's it. I used to drink 5-6 cups a day. Oh, it's all good, man. The biggest thing for that we chatted about too was just like creating structure. It started with, we took some time just to kind of mentally unwind, and that's fine. And then, but it was Tuesday at 7, and she hadn't been in the office, and she's like, we're frustrated. There's not a lot going on. Our calendars are empty, and I just told her, I said, if I entered the week, even at my level, with nothing on the books, I'd be scared too. I'd be frustrated too. I said, but I have structures in my life. Like I get up at the same time every day. I get to the office the same time every day. because I know that builds confidence. Keeping promises to myself keeps my confidence high. At least I'm in the environment. At least I'm around people that are winning. Because if I'm at home and I'm operating at home and I'm like, you and Arj are always together, which is such an awesome thing. I said, but let me guess. You're both up, you're both down, right? You're both up, you're both down. Because you're in the same environment, running the same kind of schedule, and yeah, it can be scary and it can be frustrating, and you wonder if this thing's ever going to happen. But I said, most days now, if you're not even putting yourself in a position where you're able to win, right?
Let's talk biz, bro.
Yeah, in terms of business, it's volume's picking up.
Like, what do you want your identity to be like in this hierarchy? Like,
it's funny you asked me that, because I've been thinking about this the last maybe like 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I've been texting you, right? Like, comeback season. And
yeah,
I just like, I feel like for a lot of my life, I was at the top without having to do any work.
Yeah.
Just floating by. And I think I had to go through a season of just being down the leaderboard and, you know, not being where I want to be. And now I'm like, yeah, comeback season. I see myself being one of your top dogs, man.
Oh, that's sick.
I'm
glad you see that. I see that too. What's the shift? Like, what needs to change in order to, and I've already seen a shift, but what do you need to do more of to get into that rhythm?
I definitely need to get into a more solid like morning routine again. And then I just got to stay in the big.
What's the next domino that really gets you jacked up, where you feel like you're going to be competing here and like starting to crush everybody?
I got big dreams, man, right? Like,
yeah, you do.
You know me.
Yeah.
So like, what really fires me up is thinking about, you know, like $100,000 a month.
Woo!
Like, just getting to a point where it's like totally bulletproof.
I think we need to like work closer together.
Yeah.
This is where we need to get you, bro.
Like that fires me up.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. I'm pissed off because there was 1 month this year where I didn't break that 6 figures, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's where we need to get you. You're my secret weapon, bro.
Thanks, bro.
You're the last piece, bro, for SCBC. So whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got this.
I want to be one of your top dogs, man. And I know I will.
Oh yeah.
I know I can.
500,000 points in the base next year, 250 ring.
Yeah.
Okay, brother. We'll see you tonight.
For sure, bro.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Okay. Likewise, man. Thank you.
I just don't, like, I guess I'm struggling with understanding where the hole is. There's something inside of me, Steve. I wake up in the morning and I'm missing something. I don't know what it is.
So what would Nabby say if he was on the call? What do you think he would say your hole is?
Recruiting. He would say the first thing he would jump to is recruiting.
Okay.
Distraction for me, it's like, look, we've eliminated everything. Like there's nothing coming up in my life that needs to distract me.
What's the difference between your activity right now and, let's say, Nabby's activity? Like, what is he better at recruiting than you are? Is he a better closer than you are? Or is he just running higher volume, do you think? Like, what do you think the difference is?
I think the biggest thing is there's two factors, and I think, and I've seen and I've spoken to him about this, is obviously he's got his base shop, he's got a team, and then he's got volume. Those two things. He's driving his volume on his personal pen, and then he's driving the volume within the team, right? So it's like,
let me just pull something up, and I want you to tell me what do you see? Like, where's the hole?
It's me. Yeah.
So it looks to me, bro, like it's a volume issue.
Yeah.
I think this is a personal volume issue. So, you know, maybe the past is not indicative of what you got going on now. So I wouldn't get too worried about it. But I think you can self-diagnose, because one of the things you said is you're not sure what your hole is. But, I'm not there every day. So maybe there is distractions. Maybe there was distractions. Maybe you weren't always in the office at 8 every day. Maybe there aren't phone zones happening every day. Maybe there are things that you get caught up in, like just anything really in life that doesn't serve you. And even stuff that we have to do, like even your wedding, the most amazing wedding I've ever been to, but that can be a distraction. It's nothing you can avoid. You can't avoid it, right? Your beautiful bride being sick, you can't avoid that. You got to be there with her, but it can be a distraction, right? So, I think you got to look back and take a look from 30,000 feet and just go, you know what? Maybe I've been distracted. Maybe I haven't been focused. Maybe I've letting my excuses get in the way. Maybe there's some tying in there, but now it sounds like you're on a new path. It sounds like you're focused. It sounds like you've made some big decisions. Like, I have no doubt in your ability to run this business. There's never been a doubt for me, but I think sometimes we just have to look in the mirror and go, okay, here's what's happened. I've flipped with my personal growth, or my cash flow is down 50%. And then you got to look at it and you really have to figure out what it is, and just go to work on it.
We'll chat tomorrow about it. He needs help, bro. He needs help. I think we should talk about big things. I think when you look at our base shop right now, I think what we really need to just get back to like our identity in the base. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but our identity in the base is we just smash people. Don't get me wrong. I mean, our super base is out there, but what's the biggest reason we won MVP last year? Base shop. It's a base shop. And the way you build a base shop is you get 2 or 3 people always on a run. There's always somebody running, right? Colton went on a run. Hubke went on a run. Lloyd went on a run. Navi went on a run. And all those 4 runs is what contributed to us crushing it. One of my goals of the last coming out of summer was to create like an extremely high level of self-awareness. And I think we've achieved that. Everybody knows where they're at. But that doesn't solve the holes. That doesn't patch all the holes, right? Now what we need to do is we need to build the confidence back up in the base shop. We need to get some swagger back. How do we build that swagger again in the Holbrook base shop? Kind of going into Edmonton and then really going into next Vegas. I want people so fired up to be in this base shop. I want them to feel like they have a significant advantage to be here. And what we don't want to do is just get caught watching the Navi Ganni show, right? We don't want to get caught watching, because I'm the only one who's going to win from that. I'm the only winner in that game, and I don't want to have to expose you guys to him running away and us not being a benefactor of that. So,
how do you think we can build confidence in our new agents, right?
The only way to build confidence in our new agents is to show them results. Show them that it works. So you bring them to training. They hear something, or they see somebody else winning. They see somebody else getting an award, even if it's not their team. They see other people winning. They start to see themselves in those other people. And then we go and we show them how to get results. Like, the only way to build confidence in someone is to show them how to get results. Everybody on our team, right? Anybody on our team right now that lacks confidence hasn't got a lot of results lately. They haven't seen it. They haven't seen an RSP move in their market. They haven't seen an insurance policy close. They haven't seen a recruit. They haven't seen a startup. They haven't seen anything. So they come to meetings. It's been 3, 4, 5 weeks, and they're less excited as they were. Every time they see a result, they get excited again. It's about going to work, personally leading, grabbing our new teammates, and showing them how to get results. Basically, I have been through 4 or 5 of these cycles in my base, and I 100% agree with Chris. It's the anatomy for an explosion is a high level of frustration, and good frustration. And right now, there's a lot of positive frustration. Everybody's a little pissed off, and a little bit hungry, and a little bit like, I'm tired of feeling sorry for myself. I'm ready to smoke somebody. And you better not talk to me the wrong way, because you might smack you. And that's okay. I like that. I like that swagger. I like that edge. We got to get our edge back, a little edgy. We got to have each other's back. Like, we don't smack talk each other unless it's public smack talk. We don't smack talk. We're all part of the same group. We're all trying to get to that next level, but it's, we're all a unit. That's got to be the key here. Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Not too bad, man. How are you?
Good. Hey, I wanted to run an idea by you. I was thinking of flying into Toronto, November 13th.
November 13th, okay.
And maybe getting a couple tickets to the Raptors game, take Nabby to the Raptors game.
Okay.
Nabaroo.
What's happening?
What's poppin', bro?
Good, man. Just 12 to the month, bro.
Bro.
You?
I just hope this doesn't mean me passing the torch.
Bro, I mean, if you're kind of done torch anybody, then it's what you do.
It's more like passing up the torch.
No.
That's good, bro.
We're just running the top 2, 230, top 3, 230, top 3.
That's awesome, bro. Dude, you're running the system, man. I love it.
Yes. Keep it up.
Hey, I want to do something for you.
What's up?
I'm gonna fly in on the 13th. I'm gonna take you to dinner in a Raptors game.
Bro. No way.
Yeah, bro. For like crushing it, and like it's around your birthday, and
Bro, it's around my birthday too.
yeah,
Man.
yeah. We'll go for a nice dinner and Raptors game. Yeah, let's go to a 6 spot, bro. We'll go to the Raptors game. Yeah, bro. Just celebrate.
Done. Sounds good.
Okay, block it off. 13th.
Done. It's blocked off.
Okay, bro. Appreciate you, man.
All right, bro. Appreciate it. Okay,
Okay,
bye.
bye.
Stop, won't stop. Clock
Boom.
keeps turning, niggas on and on and on. Can't stop, won't stop. Bro keeps spinning, niggas on and on. Can't stop, won't stop.
Looking forward to working with you. Can't wait. Connor Bedard just got his first goal in the NHL. That was dirty. Chicago. Bedard. Watch his back pass right there. Gets the puck back. Just about scores over the shoulder. And wraps it around. 2 games, 2 points. And you know what they're saying already? He actually has a personality.
I know.
Like Bedard, they say he's a badass. So he went out his first game without a helmet on, and he got fined.
Seriously?
Yeah.
In warm up?
Yeah. I don't know if the team told him to or whatnot, but he went out and warm up without a helmet on and got a fine.
Seriously?
First game. Yeah. I'm sure it was like the team told him to.
Yeah.
But he's like, he doesn't like, even his interview was so good after the game.
Oh, he's got like.
Oh, I'm rooting for him, man. Don't tell the Oilers fans.
I don't pull up to the stoplight slow, no. I don't mess around when I'm
You'll get it.
rolling in my
You'll get it.
zone.
Welcome to our night.
With me, you ain't even close.
My flies not done? Oh, thanks, Rob. Sorry, you tried to keep it like low key. You know what happened? I'm working on my butt so much that sometimes it just opens. Because it like stretches. Does that ever happen to you? I have this one pair of jeans. My butt's getting so big that it just like, whoop, it just opens. It's like I have to like safety pin it. It's like big butt problems. It's like when you got a big butt, it's a problem.
So we're gonna get up first, our great executive vice chairman, Steve the Monster Holbrook!
Wow. Is that because I was drinking a Monster?
Yeah.
Wow. How's everybody doing? Yeah. I want you guys to write this down. Okay. Confidence comes with repetition. See, in our business, just like many other businesses, we have this weird idea that you have to be this extraordinary person to win here. But really, it's the person that practices the most that gets the best at the words. If you are scared to make calls, there's a reason why you're scared to make calls. Let me ask you a question. If you believed in your heart that everybody you would talk to on the phone would say yes, how many calls did you make? As many as you could until your fingers got sore from dialing, right? Or your voice got sore from asking Siri to dial these people, okay? So it's not that we don't know how to do the business, it's that we're scared to do the business. And a lot of times with where you're at in the business, we're all scared of 1, 2, or 3 objections or questions. We're really fearful of what's going to come when we get on the phone and we book this appointment. So listen, you got to practice. You don't practice till you get it right. You practice until you don't get it wrong. Hundreds and hundreds of times. I cannot tell you how many times I practice in the mirror, making calls, making calls, making calls, making calls. Even those of us that have been around a while. If it's been a while, and only you need to know this, if it's really been a while since you got on the phone and talked to 20, 30, 40 people, maybe you feel rusty too. Maybe you should practice. Maybe you should bring somebody into your office and get on the phone and start calling people, right? Because the more confident that you are in this script, the more people that you're going to call. You're like a lethal weapon. We have the presentation. We have the leadership. We have the training. We have the licensing. We have everything we need to do. But if you don't get on the phone, if we don't get on the phone, nothing's going to happen. So the script that I'm going to be talking to you guys today about is going to be the expansion script. But we're going to focus today a lot on edification. So I'm going to talk to you guys about really the only script that I've ever used outside of my original 6 training appointments. This is the only way I make calls. It's the only way I set up appointments. Everybody's like, okay, so what would you say to this person? I use this script. Okay. How about this person? I use this script. Well, what about that kind of person? The reason that we don't make calls is because we think we need like 17 different scripts. Does that make sense? Yeah. I got good at one script. The I'm expanding script. That's the script that I got good at. Because it covers both sides of the business. It covers the client side, it covers the business side. Write this down. Every 8 meetings you do should be 8 to 10,000 points closed. Every 8 meetings you do is 8 to 10,000 points closed. So if you do 8 meetings a week and you're an associate contract, you should be making $2,000 to $3,000 a week. If you're not on the right caliber of appointment or you're not edifying your trainer properly. It's just that simple. So Nabby, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to call Nabby and I'm going to use a script. Ring, ring. Hey, Nabby?
Yo, what's happening, Steve?
Hey, what's poppin', brother?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How's your mom? How's your sisters doing?
Man, they're all doing great, man. How's your family?
Yeah, they're good. We're blessed. You had a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah, super blessed, man. All that halal turkey, man.
Yeah, man. I love halal turkey, right? It's the best kind. But hey, listen, brother. I know we bumped into each other a couple weeks ago on the courts, right? We were crossing ankles. But listen, man. We chatted a little about my business, but the reason why I'm calling Nabby is about 6 months ago, I ran into this company, and man, it's for the first time in my life, brother, it's going to allow me to be an entrepreneur. Man, I've been slaving away, right, for 10 years. I got married. I got a couple kids. I got Crohn's disease. And really the opportunity to be an entrepreneur is really going to allow me to have the flexibility and the control of time that I need so that I can go to work when I feel good, right? And I can take time for myself when I'm down and out. And my job, Nabby, has never given me that shot. But what I found is that being part of this company, right, is allowed me to help families just like me and you. Just like me and you. Whether it's reducing financial stress, right? Or providing financial education. Now listen, I know you from way back in the day, but what I know about you, right, is man, you got great energy. You got great energy, right? You're outgoing and you're just a connector of people. When you're around people, man, right, people just gravitate towards you. But like I mentioned on the court, Nabby, I'm not sure if what we do would be a fit for you, but I would love, man, to get in front of you, show you what we do. And if you like what you see, then great. And if not, maybe you can send me some referrals. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, perfect. Beginning of the week or end of the week work better?
Let's do beginning of the week.
Okay, afternoon or evening better?
I said evening time.
Okay, great. 8 p.m.?
Yeah, that works.
All right, man. You know how to use Zoom?
I'm zooming and booming every day.
Oh, that's great, man. Okay, I'm going to send you the Zoom link to go to your email. Heads up. I'm going to give you a call the day before to confirm, just to make sure we're good to go. Sound fair? But listen, lastly, Nabby, because I'm still in training, my trainer is going to be on the call presenting the information. Listen, I just want to tell you a bit about my trainer. His time is super valuable. I really want to plant my flag here. This isn't something I'm just checking out. I was checking out my job for 15 years, and I did not come here to check this out. Can I count on you to be there, brother?
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Great. So I'm going to send you a reminder call the day before to confirm. Sound fair?
Yeah, sounds good.
Awesome. Okay, man, looking forward to it. Thanks for your time. Click. So you guys, that's the call. That's the call. So when you make a phone call, are you making it exactly like that? Do you make it exactly like that? When you make calls with your teammates, are you using a script? Do you guys see I use word for word? Yeah. It's pretty straightforward. You guys see I took, I changed one word here, one word there, but I followed the integrity of the script. You guys see that? I think that's the key. Yeah. You know how many people miss this one point? I would say 95% of people that fail in WFG fail because they can't even get this script right. We can learn the words to happy birthday at 3 years old, but for some reason we can't learn the basics of this because we don't think it's going to work. This works. Hey man, I'm expanding my business. Even today, hey, I'm expanding my business. Looking for some good people. 18 years ago, this company gave me a shot to blank, blank, blank. We help people reduce financial stress. I see you're good with people. Not sure if you'd be a fit. Let's get together. Can't promise anything. What time works better? All right, you guys, that's a wrap to an amazing day at the office. I hope you enjoyed the behind the scenes, the team meetings, the mentorship, the game planning, the training, everything that you saw today. I appreciate you being here. Make sure you subscribe and share this content with your team because your team needs to see what it's like on the inside. We'll see you next time.
Meet me on the rooftop. Now pass me the ox on the jukebox. Man, we can make a bop like Hanson.